Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. This one is all about what makes you so bewitching. As you see before you, I have three pictures and three piles of cards. I've done a bit of a pre-shuffle. As I go throughout the reading, I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you each of these pictures up close so you can get a better vibe of each group. Now, keep in mind, if you're pulled to more than one group, there probably is more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group one, all of you that were drawn to the dancing moon, this is going to be your reading all about what makes you so bewitching. So I'm picking up on a very seductive energy, and it's really intriguing. It's fascinating. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. So just take what resonates and use your own discernment. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. So let's get into it and see what came out for you. The first card we have is Snow Angel. The signs are with you already. Okay, so you have a powerful knowing. You may be psychic, highly empathic, but there is a mysterious air about you, okay? It makes you very bewitching. Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn. Ooh, this feels like, and the number here is 23. 23 reduces to a 5. And this feels very much like it's connected to the energy of Snow Angel. I feel like you're very aligned with a magical current, okay? Some of you guys may be tarot readers, or like I said before, you may be psychics or spirit mediums. There's something about you that's very etheric, or at least that's how people read your energy. It may be some of you guys, how you present yourself, how you dress. It makes people feel like you are, witchy, or maybe not in the dark sense of witchy, but maybe like a boho kind of feel. I'm getting like a Rihanna vibe, like from Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac. We have Shallow Grave. You miss someone. Ooh. It feels like when you catch people's eye, you leave an impression. You leave a serious impression. Like you are unforgettable. Um, and people feel like deeply connected to you. There's like a psychic connection that not everyone, but people who know you well feel like they feel like you're a soulmate or a member of their soul tribe. They feel like they align with you highly. I feel like people trust your intuition about things. You may have people talk to you like you're a counselor or something to your friends. It may be something you do in real life, not real life, but you know what I'm saying, like for a job is what I mean by real life. We have Strange Valentine. Love is strange. Ooh, you're unusual. You have an unusual outside the box vibe. And I was kind of picking up on that with the whole Rihanna vibe. It's like, I'm seeing someone who you could have like a dark bohemian vibe as well. It's not like goth, but it is like a witchy kind of hippie, like dark hippie vibe, if you get me. Not all of you have that. Some of you guys don't appear to be like witchy. It's just like this energy you have. I'm getting like I'm tuning in now to like Earth Mama, Earth Papa, Earth Human vibe, like someone who's very connected to the Earth and the Moon. Um, and you may be a Cancer here. We may have a Cancer. I'm seeing an Empress card. You may be a Cancer. Also, let me get that reflection there. You may be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We have Fairy of the Divine Hand, Intoxication, Distorted View, Overindulgence. Okay, I feel like there's something about your energy at times that intoxicates people. And I got to tell you, I think it makes people uncomfortable at times. And I feel like that's really where the bewitching happens. Like when people start to get a little uncomfortable with you, sometimes that uncomfortableness is also very seductive. It's like you hit a nerve with people. And at first they're like, now some people get, they get a little frustrated, but it just feels like you hit a nerve with people and it's like, and then it's like, ooh, I want more of that. Give me more of that. I want more of that kind of interaction. It's like friction. It's what I'm feeling. We have the three fates, what comes around. Ooh. I feel like people talk about you. They can't help it. They cannot help but talk about you. You're probably used to this kind of thing. Let's get into your tarot. We have no reversals. We have the Queen of Wands here, which is Lilith in this deck. Ooh, honey, you are smexy for sure. Yeah, and that's where I'm feeling this dance for me, Man in the Moon. Okay. So I feel like, when you get into your seductive energy, you really can kind of command things if you want to. If you choose to use your seductive powers in that way. Um, I feel a very strong will here when it comes to like interpersonal or interpersonal relationships. I'm trying to be a little careful here. Um, the Four of Cups, Ghoul. All right. We have the Page of Swords, Headless Horseman. All right. We have the Eight of Pentacles, Zombie. We have the Hierophant, Voodoo Warlock. Okay. Yeah. A lot of you may align with Lilith. You may do workings with Lilith. I do feel like there's something about you that may not, now this will not be for all of you. Okay, so if it doesn't fit, don't make it. Okay, but I feel like some of you may have a little bit of like, like a domina vibe sometimes if it hits you. I feel there's just a lot of will here. There's a lot of strength here. And, if you're so inclined, you could use it. It's as if, I have that in my bag of tricks. And if I choose to use it, I will, if you're fortunate. I love your energy so much. Your bewitching energy is just so yummy. I got to tell you. And I feel like that is part of like this intensity that I feel. Like when people really, it's okay. What it is when you allow this to shine, when people get past whatever barriers you put up, when people put in the work, okay, with this Eight of Pentacles, when they put in the work and, I'm seeing ahead here, okay, so I feel like when there's a meeting of minds and they're able to get past, some, I don't want to call them defenses, but honey, some of them are magical warding and guards you've put up, like boundaries and things. If it's not magical, they're very intense boundaries, okay? I feel like once they get into that, once they get past that, it's just like they are unexpectedly hit by this Lilithian energy. Sorry, my tongue's heavy, y'all. I'm heavily medicated today. I feel like they're hit by this energy. And it is so unexpected to a degree because it's powerful. It's extremely powerful and it's intoxicating. And that's something about Lilith's energy. It's something about your energy that I feel like you really need to understand. It's a strange thing. Not everybody has this. There may be something in your natal chart, honey, that talks about this weird energy you have. Okay. Some people are more sensitive to it, and it makes them maybe even be a little bit obsessed with you. Okay. And I think probably on some level, you probably know this. You've probably experienced like, potentially some scary situations where people were just like really into you to the point where they may have stalked you a little bit or been a little bit of a pest. So that's why those boundaries are up, right? That's why people have to put in the work to kind of like get past the boundaries. I just want you to notice here. We have the headless horseman, and then we have the zombie bride holding a head. Okay? And I feel like literally people feel like in order to get to know you, they have to kind of like let you in their head a little bit. Like you get in their head a little bit. Okay? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's your charm. It's your bewitching nature. It's your power of seduction. There's Scorpio here for sure. You probably have some kind of powerful alignment with Pluto. Okay, the planet of sex and death. It feels super powerful. For this group. Let's get a few more cards here and see what else is up. What makes you so bewitching? Hey, you are smexy. And you are the kind of smexy, I'm saying that because of the, the algorithm. You are the kind of smexy creature that is so, it's like you give off a vibe that is so alluring. It's like a trap, okay? And I don't mean you trap people. It's just like once people feel it, it is almost addictive. It's like intoxicating to some. And some people have never felt this before. And it has, for a lot of you, it has to do with whatever work you've done with Lilith or that kind of work. If you work with a dark goddess, for some of you, it's just something you were born with. It's natural. It's just, something, these boundaries make you, when it's harder to get to you, it's like the desire to know you grows even more. Okay, tell me more about what's bewitching about my group one. Tell me a little bit more about that. Okay, fantasizing, thinking of you, smexy thoughts. Okay, so you have a lot of people who, and what I mean by a lot is like, there are people who will like see you in a store. So this doesn't have to be like people who know you necessarily, but some of you like have people who see you every day who think these things, okay, that have like flashes of moments with you they would like to happen. Some of you guys have people who go home from work and take care of business and think of you, if you know what I'm saying. So there's a big change in how intense this is between people. So we have unavailable, closed, emotionally, physically. And see, it's like the more unavailable you get, the more this grows, okay, for people. I don't think you realize, like when you go to the grocery store at like 3 a.m. or whatever in your grubby clothes and you have your hair put up, or you just threw on some shorts and your tennis shoes and whatever, that, listen, there's something about the candy aisle in grocery stores. Okay, I'm not going to name the grocery store, but I'm telling you, there's something about those candy aisles that's bewitching in itself, okay? But um, there's something about like you being seen in a very casual way that even then people will have thoughts of you, like just enter their mind randomly about, what it would be like. Um, And I don't get that kind of stuff very often, but I feel like it's your vibe, it's your current. Some of you guys have a very active Kundalini. It's super active. Okay. All right. If you don't know what that is, go investigate. Okay. We have twin flame connection. Oh, I think you may have people who feel like you're their twin or you're their divine counterpart, or, because the energy is so intense. And the truth is, um, it's your energy. It's your energy signature. Okay. That's what makes you so bewitching. It's this natural thing you carry. And in my group 1, it's expressed in different ways. And the truth is that once you learn how to harness this, some of you guys already have, but once you do, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to say, dance for me, man in the moon. It's power. It's powerful to be able to command your own seduction. I feel like some of you guys probably had a past life where you were a master at seduction. Okay. It was something that you learned to do and made a big fortune from. And that will be different for different people. That's a very general statement. But for some of you, you built an empire, okay, based upon your ability to seduce. And I'm seeing different timelines. I'm seeing different areas. For some of you guys, I'm going to tell you, it's entertainment. For others, this is like, being a favorite courtesan. This is someone who manipulated someone who already had a family and was very rich and very wealthy and was able to, and there's no judgment here, but it's a very vast, different stories here. But, and that energy it's like siren energy. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Siren, seductress energy. That energy is still carried within you. Okay. And you guys have a very strong, like, tantric vibe. If you don't know what that is, you might go look that up, all right? And I feel like some of you already know, and some of you guys are working through this, like this awareness that you have this effect on people. Okay. Some of you guys were born with it. You just have it. It's probably in your natal chart. Okay. We have parking lot, fooling around, public adventures. Yeah. I feel like when you're out in public, there are random strangers who think naughty, naughty thoughts about you. And when you see people staring at you and maybe you think, oh, they're looking at me because I'm different. Well, they're looking at you a lot of times because you have this powerful aura. You have this presence, okay? And they really don't know what to do with that, all right? They really don't know what it is. It's captivating, okay? It is bewitching, all right? Okay, let me get a couple more cards. We have for better and for worse. Okay, this feels like a protective energy. And I feel like this is you. I feel like you are, your divine masculine energy within you is very protective of your feminine energy because of all of this. Some of you guys have had some experiences with people with this energy that may have freaked you out a little bit. So that's again why there are such strong boundaries and it's so hard to get to know you. There are reasons why. You're very protective. And I feel like this reading is about encouraging you to keep those protections up. okay? Because I feel like for some of you, this is growing. Like as you go through your journey, as you heal and do what you do, this siren-like energy is going to grow, honey. It's going to grow in presence, okay? And it may be overwhelming. It may become very overwhelming. Okay, we have sharing tales of love and romance, and I can't show that to you because it's got nudity on it. But I feel like people want to know about you. People are intrigued by your energy and they don't necessarily always understand it. So they want you to talk because they're trying to figure out, where did this come from? Like, what is this person about? Where did all this, like, this powerful, like, sexual energy come from? I feel such a vibe here. Like, I feel the heat. There are some people who feel like your energy in their heart chakra and their root chakra. Okay, they feel your presence. Like, they can feel it vibrate, their energy. Okay, and for some of you guys, that is past life. That's coming from a past life. When that happens with somebody, a lot of times they'll think that you are their twin. Okay, I'm not saying they are or they're not, but they probably do have an important, like, past life or current life connection. Okay, but doesn't necessarily mean they're your twin either. Twin flame relationships sometimes are overblown. Okay, they're not meant for everybody. They're really rare, and you know, they can be a lot of toxic trouble too, right? So okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the 3 witches, this is going to be your reading all about what makes you so bewitching. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so I will be getting more cards as I need to for clarity. So let's get into your cards and see what came out. What makes you so bewitching? We have imagination, beyond limits. Okay. Ooh, I like that. I like the way that feels. We have new horizons to be sought, leaving. Ooh. You are not to be toyed with. We have nightmares, 17. In the dark of the night. Yeah, you are not to be messed with. You are not to be messed with. Oh, we have autumn. This is so cool. 13. Is it that scary? Ooh. Ooh. We have air, purify yourself. We have time to use, not to lose. Okay. Listen. You don't put up with any nonsense from anyone. Like, and I got to tell you, you're intimidating. People are intimidated by you. Okay. They know not to mess with you. You are connected. You are connected. Like, it's in your aura. Okay. Some of you guys are connected to something very intense, like an intense God form, goddess form. Your energy is just intense. And group one had intense energy, but this is different. This is like power. This is someone who is very, very powerful in a very different kind of way. You will cut someone off in a heartbeat if they mess with your peace. Like, you will not waste your time with people who are unworthy of being in your life. It sounds very cutthroat, but I feel like you had to get this way, okay? And it has to do with this energy right here. You realize how gifted you are. You realize what a treasure this creative force you have is. Whatever this is, whatever this gift is, whatever this ability is, because it feels different for different people. And I feel like some of you guys have been used, you've been abused, you've been stolen from, you've been taken advantage of, and it has for most of you, it has to do with this gift, okay? And, you've walked away from people who have abused and used you. You were just like, no. And you've really called back your power. A lot of you may have actually literally done a ritual where you called back your power. And it really did illuminate you on so many levels. You may be connected to the triple goddess, to Hecate. You may be connected to some underworld goddess as well. I'm also hearing Artemis. But there's also Bridget here. A lot of them are coming forward now. Basset. I'm feeling this energy with these jack-o'-lanterns in this card of just really being protected and being very protective of yourself. We have this little black cat here. And I'm feeling like underneath all of this very intimidating energy is someone who's very fun-loving. Okay, someone who's very when people get to know you, they get to see this part of your personality where you're very fun-loving, you like to laugh, you like to cut up, Leo energy, okay? You could be good at telling jokes. You might even be somewhat of an entertainer to your friends, okay? And I know that can be annoying after a while, but it's almost like you don't just let anyone into that. And I felt that in group 1 too. There's a level of protection here, okay? But it's very different because it feels like your presence is protective of yourself, okay? You don't give your internal energy, you don't wear it on your sleeve, okay? It's almost like a hidden Gemini. You may have Gemini energy. It's almost like a hidden aspect of yourself. Let's get into your tarot cards. We have the 4 of Cups here. We have the 8 of Cups here. Lots of cups. We have the 6 of Coins. We have the Chariot. And we have the Page of Wands. Now, I feel like you dish out a lot of regret to people. It's almost like your karma to people. You are so connected to the idea of justice. I feel like sometimes spirit uses you as a hand of justice. And I don't mean use. I don't like that term. I feel like you operate as a hand of justice many times for people. And you may not be aware of it. And I feel like you leave a lot of people wanting more of your energy. You leave people wanting more because you cut people off. And they're full of regret. A lot of times when they have messed you over, they're left with the regret. They are apologetic. They often do not express it because they are intimidated. Because a lot of them get justice served to them for the stuff they do. You are not to be toyed with. For real. People do not want to mess with you. I think your energy like this intimidation, this sense of power, I feel like it is your boundary. It is what keeps the people who want to mess you over away. I think you keep a lot of bad people away by wearing this energy as armor almost. You're just you do not want to mess with me. Now, of course, there are some people who get through and they find out very quickly that you keep your energy clear. You do not mess around with that. You don't have energy to spare. You don't want to give it to people that don't deserve it. And you know who you are. You're very self-empowered. And you don't mind moving on. Okay? You don't mind moving on. Because you know there's more for you with the 6 of Coins. You know the universe is going to support you because it always has. I feel like you've had to learn the hard way how to follow kind of your own intuition, your gut, whatever you want to call it, okay? Um, and you've had a lot of probably bad situations happen. That's why you're wearing this as armor now. So I feel like you move with the Chariot and this Page of Wands. I feel like you move as you're inspired. And if something feels off, you're like, you know what? It's off. And because it's off, yeah, I'm not sitting here and waiting for it to be on anymore. I'm going to move on. And people end up in regret. Okay, sometimes they end up very confused. They feel like they've been, like something major has happened. They feel the loss of your energy as well. Like, you may wonder, can people even feel my presence withdrawing from them? Yes, they can. We have privilege. It's a privilege to fucking know me. That's what I'm getting. Like, literally, it's a privilege. It's a privilege for you to be in my energy. And when you show me you are not deserving of that, I will remove you. And you will no longer have access to me, period. And I feel like you're very supported by the universe with that, because I think it took a long time. I think you used to be overly generous with your energy. I think you probably were a people pleaser of some kind. You may have Libra energy. Libra does this. Cancer can do it too. A lot of signs can do it. Okay, not just, Libra, but we have feral. You went feral. You guys, you went feral. You went straight up feral. It may have to do with the Libra node right now being in the South node, but you went feral. You just went, no. And this exclusivity that you have going on with your energy, it makes you bewitching. This privilege to know me energy, and it's not that you're a snob. It's not that you're elitist. It's just you know your worth, period. And you're not going to put up with anyone, not one person, who doesn't know your energy, who doesn't respect your energy, and who is unworthy of your energy. And I don't think you judge people like harshly. I think you judge people realistically. And for some of you, there may have been some addiction issues or some trauma issues. And because of that, you know there are some very strange things about your own personal internal universe that require you to have certain kinds of people in your energy. And so some people just don't get through. Love and gaslight. Yeah, you're not down for this. Like, you don't put up with the gaslighting. You don't put up with people who are sweet talking you or manipulating you. Any type of manipulation, and you're like, this is over. We're gone. We're done. We're done. We have nothing left to say to each other. It was nice knowing you. And then they're left like, what happened? What happened? And you're just on your way, following your gut, moving forward, and not looking back. You do not look back. You're one of those people. Like, once you're done, you're done. And, Libras are like that. People don't realize, like, people think Libra's all love because we're aligned with the planet of Venus. But Venus is a goddess of love and war. Also, people don't know that Libra is highly favored in Saturn. It's what it's called, exalted in Saturn. Think about that. Libra doesn't play, okay? The sign Libra has a lot of malefic qualities, okay? So you don't want to mess them over. So even if you're not a Libra, I feel that energy here. I feel like you are very loving when you let people in. They have a lot of fun with you. They enjoy your energy, that love and happy joy energy. Because I feel a lot of laughter here. I feel a lot of, like, we have someone who's smoking here. There's a lot of cups here as well. Like, I feel like there is an element of, maybe you like to party. Maybe you like to have a good time. When you let people in, like, they get to see this side of you. And when you cut people off, they miss that. They miss the happy, fun comedy or the vibe sessions or just being able to talk to you. Like, they feel the loss of you. And they live with a lot of regret. We got cult leader here. What I'm feeling with this card is that you kind of, like, rule your life like I don't want to say a cult leader, but who you let in must get past certain trials, if you will. And the minute, that they start to waffle, they're out. So when people leave, it's like they miss the belonging to your cult. Okay. I think people who get close to you, they really um they're very endeared. They feel bewitched. They feel like they're so lucky to know you. Like they're so lucky. They feel really blessed to be close to your energy and they want more. Um, and I feel like you understand the power you have over people. Okay? Because you do. You do have power over people. I think you use it wisely. Um, and to some people, I feel like it's unnerving. They don't really know what to think of it. They want more of it. They're also like, wow, this person's really powerful. Like they're super powerful. Once they get into this energy, they're just like, they're so connected. And then there's this thing we talked about earlier. They're so talented in this area. Some of you guys are very talented witches, like literally. Some of you guys are very talented psychics. Some of you guys are very talented artists. It varies. And it's almost like some of you guys don't let people see your talent really. And so when people get to know you, things start to manifest in their life. Okay. They may get more lucky. They may start to dream about you. They may start to have like astral experiences with you, like that kind of thing. People who get close to you may have weird experiences of you because you are powerful. You are powerful. Okay. Let me get a couple more tarot cards here. Let me see them first before I show them to you. We have the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Coins. Okay. I feel like sometimes it can be overwhelming for you to have this kind, because I feel like a lot of people want to give you attention with this cult leader card. And you try to keep it to a few privileged people, but it's hard. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you're out in the public or you do something with the public or you have a lot of friends or something, but I feel like at times this is overwhelming, okay? Because you're aware of your powerful presence to a degree, right? And I feel like you've had so much happen to you and been taken advantage of in different ways. Of course, you wear this armor, right? You can see it on the cult leader here, wearing this armor. But the energy coming towards you is a lot. Like people, I'm feeling parasitic energy. Like people want to parasite off you, and you're aware of it. You're aware of it. We have the 7 of Wands here too. So we have the 5 of Coins, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So 77 might be a special number for you, or sevens. And I'm just feeling with these 3 cards, like there are times where you're just like, you need to have a small group of people who you can depend on. And perhaps that's what you're building in your life. It's like a small group of people that you can depend on. Maybe it's not coming together. And you have to know that you're very powerful. And because you're so powerful, I feel like you have set some kind of intention to attract like your tribe. So you're going to be attracting like powerful people. But with that comes this other thing, these other people who see your light, they see your power, they feel it. They don't really know what it is necessarily, but they feel it and they want to come towards you. And, you have to discern that. And part of that is the armor that you wear. It keeps a lot of the looky-loos and the people who are just curious about your energy and don't really have good intentions. It keeps them away. But there's something about your energy that is so powerful. It's like I'm seeing like a bright light that draws just, I'm seeing like a light on a porch at summertime, right? It's like I'm seeing this vision here. Like it's late summer. And I'm seeing this bright light and it's just drawing in all the insects. And the insects are covering the light where you can't see the light anymore. And I feel like you've had this happen where you've been overwhelmed by parasitic energy and you've had to kind of dig yourself out of that. And I feel like you understand how that happened now. You've learned from it, or you're going through that, okay? And you're ridding yourself of that kind of stuff in your life. And you're waiting for, or you're attracting to you other lights, other people who are lights like you, and they're coming towards you. And those are the people who are going to be in your circle. And they're not going to look at you like a cult leader. They're going to have this energy too. They're going to match your energy. They're not going to gaslight you. They're going to appreciate your ideas of like, it's a privilege to be in my energy, because they're going to feel the same way. Like, it's a privilege to be in my energy. It's a privilege for us to have met each other. Okay. And I feel like you're going to get validated on your journey. You're going to get validated about everything you've been through. Because it feels like this has been quite a journey for you. And people are bewitched by your armor that you wear, the power in your aura. This intimidation factor of like, I don't put up with nonsense. I am worth knowing. I have a lot to offer. I know my value, and it's a privilege to know me. That is intriguing to people. And you're shining very brightly. Like I said, this really isn't going into what you do, but I feel like some of you guys do something out in the public, and I feel you're illuminated and you're drawing energy to you, and you're learning how to handle that, because your energy is very fascinating and bewitching. People want to know more about you, but you're learning to be more protective of yourself by wearing this armor. Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a message down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Fire Woman, this is going to be your reading all about what makes you so bewitching. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and use your own discernment. So I'm going to get into the cards that came out for you. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. So let's get into it. We have discipline. Okay. We have change, werewolf. Ooh, oh my. We have freedom, Selkie, Siki. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We have the underworld, Hades. Ooh. Okay. We have depth, shadow. And we have Persephone, the journey. So we have this underworld counterpart energy. Woo! So you know you're hot, right? I mean, look at the card. Like, you couldn't be more on fire if you were literally on fire. Okay? You're hot. You're attractive. You bewitch people by how you move, how you are. I feel like some of you guys don't realize, like, you're hot when you drink coffee. Like, you're hot when you breathe. There's somebody in your energy who thinks you're just absolutely, like, so yummy, you guys. Do you know you're yummy? You should. Okay, we have the 7 of Scepters. Ooh, that's a wild energy. And I'm picking it up in this picture here. Like, I'm feeling like a wild feminine energy here, like connected to your wildness. We have the 2 of Skulls here. I'm feeling this as a mirror. Like, we have shadow energy. You have done shadow work. You are not afraid of your shadow. You embrace your shadow. Your shadow is power, and you know that. And it is intoxicating and bewitching. We have the 10 of Grails, which is the 10 of Cups. Yeah, that's beautiful. We have the Queen of Scepters. Ooh, look at the smolder. Just look. We have the Magician. Yeah, you're magical. You're magical as fuck. Okay, we have the 7 of Grails, the 7 of Cups. I feel this energy of sometimes like you're your smexiness, I'm saying that because of the algorithm, can be overwhelming. Okay, it can really bring out the primal nature of people. Okay, you bring out the beast in people. Okay, do you know that? Um, I feel like there are people who have to like keep their cool because it feels like you're really into this energy of being free. Okay, you like your freedom. You like to express your freedom, probably sometimes in the way you dress, the way you talk. I feel like you can be very rebellious and resistant, um, not because you are difficult, but just because you want to assert your will. You know, you're just going to do what's in the best interest for you. And it's just that simple. It's not personal. Okay. I feel like the sense of freedom and liberation for you is very almost, it's a turn on. For you guys, like you like to feel free. This is you with your primal nature. Like this is somebody who has made peace with their shadow and embraced it. And you guys have embraced those hidden aspects, like the ones in the deep dark corners of the shadow, the ones most people are really ashamed of. And I'm not saying that all of your deep dark shadow aspects you're really proud of, but I'm saying that you've embraced most of them and you have integrated them. And now they're in this powerful form here. Not only did you embrace them, but literally setting your world on fire with them, allowing the shadow aspects of yourself to really kind of like, I'm seeing a phoenix like emerge. You've allowed it to kind of like rebirth your life or rebirth yourself. Perhaps you've had a glow up from this, okay? Because I feel like you have embraced change, okay? Because you bring out the beast in others, but you are at peace with the beast in yourself. Man, that's powerful. You have gone deep. People feel this depth with you. They feel this deep, like mystical, connected energy of owning who you are. And you've gone through the journey. Like this has been a very intense journey, you know. You've had to remove the mask of self. And that's what Persephone has done. The descent into Hades, the descent with Hades, the descent in the shadow, seeing the truth of self and accepting it. Accepting it. This has given you a lot of freedom. Some of you guys, it's given you a freedom of expression, and perhaps you have found new talents and new abilities. I feel like there is a fierceness here with the Seven of Scepters. Okay. Very fierce energy. These two cards together. Like there's a fierceness. There is a don't fuck with me energy. Now, group 2 had this energy, but this is different. Okay. This is somebody who is probably very ascended, who has ascended their darkness, who has ascended their shadow. And they're very aligned with their primal self. This is somebody who's very comfortable with their sexuality, okay, their sensuality. This is somebody who is in flow with who they are and is unapologetic and probably extremely magical or a master manifester, okay, or is on the way to being a master manifester. And we have the Ten of Cups here, which is happiness and fulfillment. And I feel like part of what's giving you so much freedom is you're starting to feel happiness and fulfillment, okay? And I feel like people around you are mesmerized. They're almost hypnotized by your energy at times. Because I feel like as you are more in touch with the wholeness of self, the light and the dark, the hidden shadow, the conscious parts of self, the subconscious parts of self. It's given you a freedom to kind of kind of experience life in a more intense way. Happiness feels far more happy, just like sadness feels far more sad. Love feels far more intense. Everything is like kicked up a notch because I feel like a lot of you guys have ascended, and your feelings, your heart chakra, you've done some heart chakra healing. And because of that, you're going to find, maybe this hasn't happened yet, but you're going to find that you're starting to feel things. And for a lot of you in that shadow, when you started to feel all those icky things with, whatever you were healing, and we're not going to get into that. That's not what this reading's about, but there's some trauma there for some of you. You felt that shit. That shit hurt. You dealt with it, okay? On the other side of that, you get to start feeling the good things. That numbness had gone away. It's gone. And now you're connected with your primal energies, your primal sense of feeling, and your sensuality. And so you get a bit intoxicated at times with emotions, with feelings, with sensual pleasure, with freedom, with liberation. When you're happy, you're super happy, you're joyful. And it seems like your energy kind of like spreads this. Like you give it. You're not aware you're doing it, but you are like a beacon. You're able to give this energy freely to others. And that's part of this bewitching energy. Some of you guys are healers, and so you channel energy to other people that are around you, okay? And so when you're in the happy state, people around you get happy. When you're in a seductive place, people around you feel that seductive energy, and it is something that people thirst for. They want more of it. Some people, I feel like there's a draw, like people feel drawn to this magician and this 10 of cups energy. And I feel like when they overstep their bounds, this is what they get. They get this energy of like, no, don't even try to come at me. Don't even try to come at me because I know who I am. And there's a lot of power here. And I feel like for some of you, there may be people who underestimate you because they feel this, like, at times, this really happy, joyful energy coming from you, and they misread you as being less than what you really are. Some of you guys are like reincarnated, like Dakini type energy, or tantric master type energy, or some kind of like high priestess who worked in like tantra or something like that, or Haradul energy. Okay, so that's a whole thing. If you're curious, go look it up. Okay, so you have this like very powerful energy about you, and so they're very drawn to it, and they don't quite understand it. And I feel like they don't understand that underneath like this very joyful, happy kind of vibe you have is like this super powerful being who could literally fuck their world up if they cross you wrong. And you will not hesitate because you are committed to yourself. I feel like there's some kind of commitment here to yourself above all things. And I feel like that's a powerful thing to do. And it feels like for some of you guys, you really had to do this. This was part of your shadow work. You had to choose yourself to survive in some kind of way, to overcome trauma or whatever the shadow work was. We're not going to get into it, okay? But I feel like there's a lot of strength here. You're courageous. You were willing to look at your own shadow. You were willing to go into your own toxicity, and you found it. And when you found it, you rooted it out. You rooted it out. A lot of you guys literally pulled parasites out of your energy systems. You literally pulled out bad relationships. Like, you did the work here. And I feel like you attract a lot of people of a darker current. No matter if you look like a child of light, your current is underworld, okay? You have a Persephone kind of vibe. All right, so she's light and dark. She's both. She's spring and autumn. Okay, she's both things. She's all things. She represents the seasons, the cycles of time, the cycles of nature, and the cycles of our life, you know. And I feel like there was a lot of bravery here. Okay, let's get a few more cards here and talk about what makes my group 3 so bewitching. I feel like not only are you bewitching, but you scare people sometimes. People do get afraid of you. I'm picking that up with the 7 of Scepters here. Look how terrifying that energy is. Like, it's like, don't fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me. We have the 3 of Skulls here. And look how sweet this energy is on this card. She's like, yeah, so sweet. Maybe even a little innocent. Some of you guys may have a fae vibe. Okay. Magical, innocent. You know, somebody might actually attempt to mess this person over. Wow. Would they be really off course? Would they be really wrong? They would be. Yes, they would. Lord of Scepters. Yes, they indeed would. Now, we also have interesting. We have the Lord of Scepters here. And didn't we have the Queen of Scepters? Okay, so we have 2 divine counterpart energies here. All right. I feel like you attract a lot of people who like want to be with you, like romantically. They want to be your partner. They want to be involved with you. Some people want to be involved with you like magically. They want to be like a magical like partner. Some of them want to be like a romantic partner. Okay. They're drawn to this. Look at this. Look how this energy, this Lord is drawn to this. Like, oh, I'm just stretching. I feel like a lot of you guys are healing your issues with your vessel, and you're going to get more and more comfortable with your vessel, and you are going to draw so many more people to you. And it really is going to help you align with a very powerful time in your life where your comfort with who you are is going to be inspiring to others. Okay, let's get this card here. We got 2 that fell out. We have the 9 of Scepters, y'all. I'm not posing. We have the Daughter of Skulls. Ooh. Yeah, you don't mess with this person. But it's so enticing. Your energy is enticing. It's inviting. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's inviting. Like, people want to touch you. Do you have problems with people like wanting to touch your hair or wanting to hug you or wanting to get too close in your energy, like be it energetically or physically? Like, it feels like they're overstepping their bounds with you. They just want more. And I feel like then they're met with this kind of like, I feel intuitively the Daughter of Skulls is like, no. No, you can't have access to this part. No, that's not for you. It's like blocking this energy. You know how to block the people who don't have good intentions. And I feel like you've learned how to block your own like sabotaging behavior. That's part of what makes you so powerful, is when you get intuitive hits, you trust them because you know, because you've been there, you've done the journey. Like, you are so wise. That's also why you're so wild. You have figured it out. You figured out how it works. You have figured out what is a meaning to your life and what makes your life meaningful. And it isn't petty bitches. And you just don't have time for that. You don't have time for anybody who's petty. You don't have time for anybody who's a hater. You don't have time for anybody who's not loyal. You just don't have time. And I feel like when people get overly handsy or overly in your energy, you're immediately like, get away. You don't want this. This isn't for you. So you can be the beast if needed. You don't have to call a beast in. You are the beast in so many ways. All right. We have this card here. We have bitch. There you go. You don't mind being a bitch. You don't mind. You'll be the bitch when you need to. And some people love a good bitch. You know what I'm saying? You a bad bitch. You're a badass bitch. That's right. Who else would be dancing this close to the bonfire? A badass bitch, of course. You're hot, you're attractive, and you know who the fuck you are. You know that you're to be valued. You're at one with your beast. You're at one with your primal self. And that's fucking powerful and inspiring and intimidating and scary. And you don't mind cutting a bitch off. You don't mind having words. You also understand the power of vulnerability. I get that with this card. Like you don't mind like telling people your struggles. Like you'll invest in telling people about your life and your stories, and you invest in people. You invest time, you invest energy, okay? But you you expect the same in return, and when you don't get it, you're just like, you're out. We're done. We're through. This is done. I don't have time for you. Red flag. Any red flag and it's done. Any kind of red flags and you are like, we're done. You know, you may have a conversation, but you always follow your gut. You no longer try to fix people. You let people be who they are, and you're at peace with that. I feel like for you guys who have really been struggling, we have land back. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I feel like with this land back card, I feel like you're coming into a time of peace because you've been fighting a war. Hades and Persephone, the journey. Like you've been working your shadow. You've been learning a lot and changing. And you're fixing to come into a time where you're not going to have a lot of red flag people anymore. You're not going to have a lot of people or situations where you have to be the bitch. You're going to be able to kind of lean back and reclaim the ground you've lost. That's what I'm hearing. Reclaiming the ground you've lost. Okay. And I feel like as you do this, people are going to be they're going to be very surprised and impressed by what you're able to do because you're sitting in your power. And I feel like while you're doing this, you're going to be so happy. Like you're going to be, as you are happy and joyful and in this powerful energy and in your, feeling yourself and celebrating yourself, I feel like you actually are giving that to other people. Like you ooze this confidence and people can absorb it and they can learn how to be that for themselves. It's a gift. It's a gift to others that you give. And it's profound and it will draw people to you. It will draw the right situations to you because you're not accepting less than what you deserve. We have black square. What I'm getting with this is that the blocks that you have received in the past are going to be relieved. They're going to be moved. For some of you guys, this black square represents a manifestation that you've been working on. And I feel like if you guys have like casted something or you've been working at manifesting something, I feel like Spirit's coming through right now to ask you to, with your current circumstances, to redefine what it is you want. What is it this magician wants? Because I feel like what you worked at manifesting before may not align exactly now. So it's time to adjust that manifestation. If that's for you, it's for you. If it's not, don't make it fit. We have Starseed. You have this magical vibe and you're going to draw very special people. Starseeds it's a special vibe, okay? You may be aligned with starseed energy. I'm not really going to get into that, but there's something very magical and otherworldly about you, okay? And those kind of people are being drawn to you too. And I feel like the universe, your guides are saying, hone in on these special people. Those are your people, okay? Very special. And we have unicorn. There you are. You know what you are? You're the magical bitchy unicorn. Who's dancing around the fire and being like, bitch, I love fire. I'm the magical bitchy unicorn. Don't fuck with me. All my family are star seeds. We've been to the underworld. I've seen my shadow. I embrace who I am and I'm looking for my stallion. So don't fuck with me. That's what I'm feeling. And it's bewitching. It's alluring. It's powerful to stand in your power and know who you are, to be balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. I feel that. Some of you guys may be experiencing or about to experience unity consciousness. You may be starting to feel this energy of being grounded and yet connected to spirit. Like this energy of like, I feel very grounded, but I'm still very connected to spirit. It's a weird kind of energy if you've never felt that before. And it will help you walk into your power. It will help you feel more joyful in your life. Okay, guys, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.